Have you ever known someone who constantly talks about changing their life? They have big goals, big plans, big ambitions. They talk about the business they're going to start, the body they're going to build, the money they're going to make, the life they're going to create. And for a moment, when they talk about it, you believe them. Maybe they believe themselves too. But then something strange happens. Weeks pass. Months pass. Sometimes years pass. And nothing changes. The dream remains exactly where it started. Inside their head. Most people assume this happens because they're lazy. Psychology suggests something different. The truth is that many people are not stopped by a lack of ambition. They are stopped by invisible mental patterns that quietly sabotage action before it ever begins. Let's uncover them. They fall in love with the dream, not the process. One of the biggest psychological traps is that imagining success feels good. Very good. When people picture themselves becoming wealthy, successful, attractive, or respected, the brain reacts as if something meaningful is already happening. For a brief moment, they experience excitement, pride, hope, even satisfaction. The problem is that their brain starts rewarding the fantasy instead of the work. They become emotionally attached to the destination while ignoring the road required to reach it. And over time, dreaming becomes a substitute for doing. 2, they protect their ego from failure. Most people don't fear failure as much as they fear what failure might say about them. Imagine someone who has always believed they're smart, talented, special. As long as they never truly test themselves, that belief stays alive. But the moment they try and fail, their identity feels threatened. So their brain creates a safer alternative. Planning, researching, preparing, waiting. Anything except taking the risk. Because as long as they never step onto the battlefield, they never have to face the possibility of losing. 3, they mistake preparation for progress. Preparation feels productive. Reading books feels productive. Watching videos feels productive. Making plans feels productive. Creating spreadsheets feels productive. But there is a dangerous illusion hidden inside preparation. Sometimes people spend so much time getting ready that they never actually begin. Psychologists call this a form of avoidance. The person feels busy. They feel responsible. They feel committed. But beneath the surface, preparation has become a hiding place, a comfortable way to avoid the uncertainty of action. 4, they are waiting to feel motivated. This is one of the biggest myths in personal growth. Many people believe action follows motivation, but in reality, motivation often follows action. They tell themselves, I'll start when I feel ready. I'll begin when I feel confident. I'll work harder when I'm motivated. The problem is that motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes like the weather. The people who make progress are not the ones who always feel motivated. They are the ones who learn how to act even when motivation is absent. Because movement creates momentum, and momentum creates motivation, not the other way around. 5, they overthink every possible outcome. Before taking a single step, their mind wants answers. What if it fails? What if people judge me? What if I waste my time? What if it doesn't work? What if there's a better option? Their brain begins running endless simulations, trying to predict every possible outcome, trying to eliminate every possible risk. But life doesn't work that way. The future cannot be fully calculated. And while they are busy thinking about every possibility, other people are already gaining experience through action. Their overthinking becomes a prison disguised as intelligence. 6. Their identity is stuck in the past. The human brain loves consistency. It wants today's actions to match yesterday's identity. This becomes a problem when someone wants a new life, but still sees themselves as the old person. They say they want success, but deep down, they still believe, I'm not disciplined. I'm not confident. I'm not the type of person who succeeds. Every action that challenges that identity creates internal resistance. Because change doesn't only require new behavior, it requires becoming someone new. And many people underestimate how uncomfortable that transformation can feel. 7. They are addicted to potential. Potential is seductive. Potential is exciting. Potential costs nothing. As long as a dream stays in the future, it remains perfect, untouched, unlimited. But reality is different. Reality involves mistakes, embarrassment, slow progress, boring repetition, failure. And that is why some people become addicted to possibility instead of effort. They would rather admire the person they could become than face the difficult work required to become that person. The dream remains beautiful because it is never tested by reality. Final thoughts. The truth is that most people already know what they need to do. The problem isn't information. It isn't intelligence. And it usually isn't talent. The real battle happens between the person they are today and the person they need to become. Because action is uncomfortable. Growth is uncomfortable. Change is uncomfortable. But so is staying stuck. And eventually, every person must make a choice. The pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Years from now, your life will not be shaped by the dreams you imagined. It will be shaped by the actions you were willing to take when fear, doubt, and uncertainty told you not to. Because success rarely belongs to the most talented person. It belongs to the person who keeps moving forward long after the excitement has disappeared. And that is what separates people who talk about their dreams from people who live them. Thanks for watching. Drop a comment and tell us your dream. Let's motivate each other. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to MindScript.